Alright, what is up everybody? Today I am putting in the rear lift of the truck. I'm going with, I think these were BDS Adeliefs. For some reason they didn't have any for this model truck for the 2020s. So I just went with, I believe, an older one. I think that's the part number right there. Or that one. But I got the Adeliefs, and then I did get 1-inch blocks, so I didn't want to go with some crazy blocks in the back. This one does have the taper, so it should help with the pinion angle. But yeah, that's what I'm going to put in, and then also the Bilsteins 5100s in the back. I don't think I have the part number. Actually, here's the part number right here. It's 24-309516. I think these are the ones for like the 3-inch lift or something. But yeah, today that's going in. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah. And then also what I'll probably do for the bump stops is I'll probably put in a spacer. I'm not sure what size, but just to bring that bump stop, because I think the shocks will hit before the bump stops at the stock height. So I'll probably put in a spacer, just bring that down a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we get plenty of lift in the back. The front, as you guys know, I put in the 6112s and then rough country upper control arms, and I got, I think, about 3.5 inches of lift. But yeah, that looks really good. And then I got my 35s, so those will be going on soon. I'm excited. So yeah, we're gonna go and put this in, and I'll update you guys as I go. Okay, so now I know why this wasn't made for this truck. The overload spring has an extra something there, and my Adelief only has one hole, doesn't have that extra hole. This spring here has an extra hole here. You can see that there. It's got a hole here and a hole here. So what I'm gonna do is this, I'm just gonna pound out, and we'll do away with that. Just gotta make sure that my springs stay together and they don't do anything like that. So we'll see how that goes, but other than that, I think this is gonna look pretty good. The spring here is nice. I do like the BDS or zone ones. They do taper at the end, and they are a round cut instead of a square cut, and that helps the spring. It makes it a little softer. So this will be my 4th truck putting on Adeliefs, and every time I try and get the rounded edge and tapered, because if they're square edge and full thickness all the way through, they're really stiff, and it just really makes for a rough ride. My last truck that I did was a 2013. I put an Adelief. It was BDS or Zone, same company, and it was really smooth. So, and I had 5100s in the back as well. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a smooth ride, but a little bit of a hiccup here. But I'm going to pop that out, and we'll be right after it. So hopefully we'll get this in today. Yeah. Alright, so I was able to get the Adelief in. There you go. Kind of tricky. I used a few C-clamps, as you can see, and I used the old U-bolts here just to kind of keep everything lined up. I used these guys over here. I don't know if I'll actually use these. I had them on my last truck, and then they just kind of made some noise. I don't think they really did much, so we'll see. But yeah, this is, it wasn't actually too bad. You just got to take your time and line things up. Got this guy tightened up. I'll chop that off. But then now it's the block. This guy's going in. It is tapered, so I'm going to have the thicker part towards the back. That's going to go in like so. And this side will be done, and then we got to do the other side. And then I will check the cables here. Looks like the brake line is a little tight. So I will probably move some brackets, make a little spacer or something just to get some more clearance on those lines. But yeah, so far it's going well. All right, so here are the shocks compared, and the stock shock is about 25 inches and the Bilstein is about 27.5. So you get about 2.5 inches longer travel. I'm going to try and compress them and see which one or how much difference. I'm going to say they probably end up the same, but you never know. The Bilstein might be able to compress more. Alright, so I just went through and compressed these and measured them. And the stock one goes down to 16 inches. And it's extended to 25, so that's a 9-inch travel shock. And the Bilstein, when it's compressed, is 18 inches and then is extended to 27.5, so that's 9.5 inches of travel. So only 1/2 inch extra travel with this one. So not really a lot, but the shock is going to be way better. This Rancho shock is toast. Like it goes down super easy. The Bilstein, on the other hand, definitely really hard. All right, we are done. Finally got everything in. Right now it's fully drooped out. Tire spinning. And I don't have it supported, so I've got the shocks in there. As you can see, the block is in there. Got the add leaf. I do have to trim those U-bolts, but I'm gonna drive it around, torque them down, and then probably cut those U-bolts, just the stubs. But yeah, there's a lot of travel there. So one thing I did end up doing was just putting in a 1/2 inch spacer for the bump stop. I might go a little more, maybe probably an inch and a half. We'll see. I do have to make some calculations to see. And then down below for the brake lines, I did put in some washers to take that bracket that holds all the brake lines, move it up a little bit, probably about 1/2 inch. And then I did take the bracket on the other side of the frame and I just bent it down, and same with this one, just to make sure at full droop those brake lines have plenty of play. So these guys here, so they got plenty of play, so shouldn't worry about binding. So I'm gonna drop this down and probably take it for a quick spin. All right, guys, everything has been installed. The back is done, and I actually just took it out for a spin, and oh man, is it way better. Those stock Ranchos were really bad, but yeah, everything is done. I have wheels and tires on their way, so I'm going to be doing 35 1150s. So those should fit really nicely. I did end up measuring. I ended up with about 2.5 inches of lift on the back, so that kind of makes sense. Inch block and then 1.5 inches out of the add leaf. So it'll probably settle out a little bit, but I'll keep you guys updated. But that was the ride height after driving it around a little bit. So the truck is looking really nice. The Bilstein 6112s in the front are awesome. I got the rough country control arms there, and the coilovers, but it's riding really nice. So I'll probably do another video on kind of a longer term review of everything, but so far it's sitting really nice. It's looking great. So really excited about this, and stay tuned. I will have probably another video on the truck itself. This is the 3.0 Max, so really liking the truck so far. So, but yeah, stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.